When Berserk meets Devil May Cry, I expect for things to be awesome. And that's kind of what we're getting over here with this game coming out in 2022 called Soulstice. This game's coming out for the PS5, Xbox Series S and X, I'm assuming, and PC via Steam. It's a fantasy action RPG. It honestly looks a lot more like well, I don't know why I'm disputing RPG, because it could be an RPG, but it's for sure an action game. It's very much a Devil May Cry-like game. They say the publisher is Modus Games. That's actually Maximum Games. You guys are probably more familiar with that. They've worked on games like Farming Simulator and Divinity: Original Sin, but they've published games like, I don't know if you've heard of Extinction from Iron Galaxy. Those the Killer Instinct guys. And Remothered Broken Porcelain or something like that. I believe that's what it's called. They have a very hit or miss, I believe, track record with games. Again, I'm not 100% sure. I'm just saying. This may be an old article, but they did release a new Gamescom trailer. We're going to check it out in just a sec. But want to get a little bit of background on this. Because I think it totally looks cool, and I don't think enough people are talking about it. I don't see a lot of stories about this, and I didn't know about it back then in June. I mean, again, I think it's probably because of the lack of notoriety between this publisher and this game studios. I never heard of this game studios. Maybe they're big, and I'm totally missing out. Truth be told, I haven't been playing a lot of games, not so much lately, just because I haven't had much time. I was in between jobs recently and going back to school, so I've been pretty busy. Nonetheless, I want to talk about this because it's so cool. Let's get down to it. So this is what the game is about. This is from Gematsu. Link to the article down in the description below. It is Soulstice. The balance of the holy kingdom of Kados is compromised when powerful feral creatures known as the Wraiths invade from the other side of the veil, threatening to consume the living. Wraiths corrupt their victims and can even possess their bodies, turning into unstoppable monsters that prey upon the common folk. The Chimeras, hybrid warriors born of the union of two souls, are the only ones who can protect humankind. Briar and Lute are two sisters who have been reborn as a chimera. The transformation has granted Briar's superhuman strength and resilience, while Lute, who was sacrificed in order to bind her soul to her sisters, has become a ghost with mystical powers. Voiced by Stephanie Justin, Metal Gear Solid 5. I don't know who she played in Metal Gear Solid 5, so let me know, guys, in the comments below. Briar and Lute are sent on a mission to reclaim a city in ruins that have been ravaged by the Wraiths, only to discover that the order they belong to has a far more complex plan in mind. Explore a dark world brimming with hidden mysteries, master a diverse combat system, and inhabit the dual forces of two sisters in a coming-of-age fantasy stories with fast-paced action, vicious enemies, and breathtaking boss fights. Telling me everything I want to hear right here from a video game. This is exactly what I'd like to see. I'm a big fan of the Devil May Cry games, big fan of the 3D Ninja Gaiden games. The 2D one kicked my ass. My first game I ever played, by the way, first ever game I ever played in my entire life is the Ninja Gaiden from the original NES. Never beat it. I don't think I ever will. Nonetheless, these games like, the platinum games like Nier Automata, Vanquish, Bayonetta, Devil May Cry, like I said, I love these games. These games are awesome. I don't know why my arm just did that. But nonetheless, let me show you guys the recent trailer because I think it looks cool. I think the trailer on their Steam page, I think that's the original trailer that they had, the first trailer that they put out. That looks cool. But let's just check this out. Let me go back.
In this place of ruin and
Let me know if she
monsters,
has that guts armor.
she is my protector.
You'll notice it.
She is my knight. She
Totally
is
not
my
inspired by
sister.
Berserk.
She gave her life so that we may face this evil as one. For we were created to stop it. We stand to face the darkness. Where one would fall. Together, we shall prevail.
Okay, so clearly a trailer for the masses. This is the trailer they're gonna show to basically everybody. Just from the music alone, which sounds a lot like trailer music combined, mixed pretty well with the music in the game, I imagine. But right around right here, you guys notice she has a sword on her back. Clearly, it's pretty clear, right? But she's using a whip, and her sister right here, I'm guessing that is Lute, and she's Briar.
Life, so that we may face this.
But you'll notice, oh, she used gauntlets.
We may face this evil as
So already we have different weapon types.
one.
She's hovering around, and you can see her doing like a stance of some sort, like she's about to cast a spell. And then you see a different kind of move play. Like, check out this. Like right here. Normal weaponry. And then something to the left, like right there. You see that on the left side? And then she does another move.
For
right
we
here.
Were created
Hold that monster
to stop
so
it.
you can do an attack. That's some a bit complex stuff there. Now, I haven't played Nier Automata all that much, just the beginning levels, and I know you have a robot friend with you, and I know that you have another character that also fights with you, kind of like you in the way that they fight. I don't know that you control both characters. I know you control 2B, and she does a lot of cool moves, but that looked to me like you were controlling both characters at the same time. One, you're like powering up Lute's move while you're normally controlling Briar. I hope that I'm getting these sisters right. And as another weapon, another variation of a sword, I'm guessing, yeah, I think you can use a variety of weapons, including variations of your original sword. And as well as having your sister cast spells or use spells, I'm guessing they're spells, that are independent from what you're doing. That's really cool. I really like this style of gameplay where you have more than one character doing something. One that you mainly control, like your Joel, let's say, or your Kratos, let's say. Or I believe the Prince of Persia game way back in like 2008, the first one that came out for the PS3 and Xbox 360, I think they had something like this. The one where there was also a girl. I forgot their names. But yeah, that's the kind of combat I want to see more of. And in this case, unlike the slower paced style of like Last of Us or God of War is more comparable in this case. This is like the fast pace action with hardcore bosses. That's what I love. That's what I love to see. Now let me show you the Steam trailer, because that I think does a better job of showing you what the game is really like. Also, I think the music for this trailer is a lot better. It's less trailer music like, but over here it just sets the mood, sets the atmosphere. Then it gets into it. But this part kind of reminds me of Kingdom Hearts, in that first area where the tutorial stage, basically. You'll see more of it. Like I believe it was the fresco fresco, right?
Turned us into
Painted glass or
monsters.
something.
I was
I
so
believe that's what it's
scared.
called.
So angry. But now their world is broken. And we are the only hope they have left.
You hear that? You hear that? That is not this ooh, gothic type music. Oh, look at that. It's so bloody. I love it. I wish the enemies, like the smaller ones, are a bit more aggressive, but it's good to see we have variety. Again, this is alpha, so they'll change it up. Generic big dude with a big weapon. But that guy, the other guy with the bow, he looks cool. This guy looks cool. That's pretty cool, right?
I will be by your side always, sister.
Okay. Pretty cool. Also, I know I've said Berserk a lot, but the way the wraiths are described, they sound a lot like the Yoma from Claymore. If you guys are familiar with that manga or anime, uh, it's awesome. I'm pretty sure that's heavily inspired by Berserk. I haven't read much of Berserk. I have the first volume. I haven't been getting enough times to be able to read it. I want to take my time with that because I know Kintaro Miura passed away recently. Rest in peace to one of the goats in manga, as far as what I've heard, and from the artwork that I've seen online. I can totally understand. Very, very big figure. Will be missed by many, but nonetheless, I'm digging the style. My big critique on this would be just like the environment. It's this Bloodborne, Dark Souls like old, dying, withered castle. I mean, they said you're going to a town to reclaim it, but again, this just reminds me of that, like almost every Dark Souls game. That's what it reminds me of. But the thing that I'm very hopeful about is that we haven't seen much of it, and I hope that's intentional, because ever since Cyberpunk, I think it's best to stray away from the hype train. It's stuff like this that's so cool. She's being chased by a head that shoots lasers from its eyeballs later. Granted, those lasers don't do much. Right there. This game is so metal. That's what I love about it. Can't wait to see more. I believe this is gonna be out in sometime in the summer of next year. I'm just getting a feel for that. If this game is awesome, then Reply Game Studios, again, you know what, I'm just gonna take a look at you guys, because if you guys haven't made a game yet, you guys don't have a wiki page. Let's take a look. So headquarters Milan MI. Is this Italian? It's only Milan I know is in. Wait. That doesn't. It doesn't matter. I hope you guys succeed with Soulstice. This game looks dope. It's everything I'd love to see in a video game. This is what makes me love video games. Fast action, cool worlds. I'm guessing there is going to be an error mystery into this. Maybe not so much, because it's pretty evident that the way they're describing the order, you mean, like the side that the main characters fight for is supposed to be the good side. I'm pretty sure, the way they're making the chimeras, in my mind, claymores. I just can't like not make that connection. The wraiths seem like Yoma in my mind because that's what Yoma do. They in the manga slash anime. It's not a major spoiler because you find out in the first chapter of the manga. They basically take over. They like feed on humans and can shapeshift into them. They can transform into humans, and then what they do is they like try to hide as a human. They can act perfectly to the person they consume, and so they'll just act like someone's like relative or something, just like they normally would, but just wait until an opportune moment so they can consume and feed on someone else in like a village and like a population. And I mean, the way they describe they corrupt their victims and can even possess their bodies. That's straight up Yoma, turning into unstoppable monsters that prey upon the common folk. Yep. And chimeras, the way the claymores are made, it's like I haven't read to I another manga I just recently started. I bought the collection not too recently, actually last year probably, if I remember correctly. Yeah, claymores. There's like a torturous process into becoming a claymore, and only females can become one. Um, Also, if you're interested in seeing strong female protagonists, I don't very care much as long as the story is good and the protagonist, the characters are awesome. I don't really care what gender, what race or ethnicity, whatever they are, as long as as long as they entertain me, as long as they're awesome, as long as they, honestly, I believe just entertaining me in whatever way, make me feel like I care about them. That's my bare minimum as far as how good a character was. But it's nice to see new characters. It's always nice to see new IP, in my opinion, in this day and age. Uh, and you know, a lot of people, they want to see strong female characters, and as far as I'm concerned, just make them. Let's just honestly just make them. If you want to see more of them, make more of the things you want to see in the world. Make more of the art you want to see in the world. And this is definitely some of that art, some of the games that I want to see. Soulstice. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. I really hope Reply Game Studios, you guys take your time with it. From the sounds of it, from the looks of it, you guys are a small team, but you're making something pretty epic. Um, calling yourself your AA games, you have the potential to be making AAA games from this. So if this goes well, and I hope everything here goes well. Again, this is, considering from your LinkedIn page, is the game that you're working on right now. I'm guessing this is y'all's first game, but either way, I'm excited for this game. I guess I can't express that enough. So, oh wait, I didn't read. You guys did create game. I believe these are games. I'll have to check your website out later. I'm not like trying to throw shade or anything at you. It's just my first time noticing. Either way, I just wanted to share my excitement for this game, and just wanted to share why not many people are talking about it, even though it looks pretty cool. Yeah, it looks really cool. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Thanks, you guys. Take care. Like, share, subscribe, dislike. I don't care. Express yourself however you feel in the channel, in the comments below. Tell me what you guys think. See you next time. Take care.